Down in Atlanta where rhythm drums strong, riders unite after a whole year gone. Heritage and history blended so sweet, a family reunion beat by beat.
Hi, Ryan.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Tell us a little about yourself. Ryan N. Jenkins. Let us know.
So I'm a former teacher. I did 20 years in the classroom, and now I'm a full-time entrepreneur. So I have my company, Crumb on the Shell, LLC, which is where I house my publishing. So I'm self-published 6 books. I do it podcasts. I mentor girls, but for the most part, I'm glad to be part of the Next Up panel today.
That's awesome. So what brought you to Black Writers Weekend?
The Next Up panel. So what was crazy is I wanted to be here. Saw the vendor fee. I was like, Jesus, I don't think, no, unless you bring somebody. And then a friend of mine recommended me when they were asking for aspiring people who they should be on the panel. And she put my name in. And then I had to submit a video. And then so many people had to comment on the video. And then I won a spot to be on the panel. So I'll be able to be on the panel and sell some of my books today, which is pretty awesome.
Okay. What are some things you're going to be speaking about?
That'd be a good question. I'm still waiting. I haven't heard. I'm assuming it's pretty much letting people know our journey. Because I am self-published, so some of the pluses and the minuses of the self-published journey, being pretty much our own marketing team. So pretty much showing, I guess, our journey, what we've accomplished so far, and the fact, I'm 6 books in. I think I have a lot of expertise to show.
Absolutely. So tell us about the intersectionality. You've been an educator, mentor, poet, podcast. How has all that kind of come to the surface for what the work is you're doing now?
I mean, because I'm still a spoken word artist where I go around and I speak and I perform. And then as far as the poetry is concerned, it's ironically that my first love, when I fell in love with writing, was poetry. So it was ironic that my first 3 publications were poetry anthologies. So what I look forward to in this next realm of my life is just doing workshops, facilitating, helping people get where they need to be in their writer's journey, or just doing spoken word. But also with my books, my first middle grade novel that I released this year, I taught middle school for 19 years. So it only made sense that it's playing homage to them, because people say that's not the best group to have. I love them. So I did it for 19 years. So I greatly appreciate that. So
Yeah. You have some unique experiences that you can lend to the work, which is important.
Yes.
As writers.
Yes.
Yeah. And I agree. I'm a writer as well, and poetry is one, amongst other things. We talk about so many things, and poetry is like the first love, the first way.
Roses of Red, Violets of Blue was my first poem. I remember that, 1991.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. So when it comes to, and you spoke about, the work that you've done as an educator, and now this year, your middle grade book, how has those experiences that you've had in your life really supported you as a creative? Because a lot of people think, and just to put it on, button it up, a lot of people think that the work doesn't inform the creative work. And it absolutely does. So talk about that a little bit.
I mean, because what's so crazy is my novel, Reverse, is a preteen love story loosely based on my life in the 90s. And it trips me out when parents come to my table to buy a book, even though their child was 12 and 13 years old, they will go towards my children's book because they don't think their child is ready to talk about relationships. As a teacher that was in the classroom for 19 years, I'm not saying they're completely ready, but they need to have conversations with their parents. And that book definitely opens up that. And then constantly having to every now and break up a squabble because someone broke up with somebody. And these are 11, 12, and 13-year-olds. But if we're not having these conversations, they don't know how to conduct themselves. And then they come to the school and don't act how they're supposed to act. And just life period definitely influences my writing, as far as like I can be at a coffee shop and notice an interaction and I can inspire a poem. So I'll admit in my book Confessions, there's a poem that I wrote, Mama, What Are You Teaching Me? And it was based on 2 different instances. I had 2 students come in, did not want to go home because they witnessed their mom being abused. And have, what's wrong, and they shared it with me, and just having to have to comfort them and just realize, Mom, you just can't bring anybody in your household. So, and I know in that book I deal with a lot of, if a child could say something to their parents, and that's one of those poems. Yeah. So that definitely, those experiences tied into that too.
Yeah. So you got some heart-driven work going on here.
Yes.
And you feel like you are is it purposeful? Is it intentional when you're educating inside of the creativity?
Yes, and that's, I mean, the reality is I know that God put me on this earth to write, and I have to be very strategic and very intentional about what I put out there. I write a lot, but everybody's gonna see my writing, but everything I have has to speak light, has to expose the evil of the world so we can correct it. But either way, it's purposeful in the way where I want to make this world a better place and remind people of the power that they possess while telling them to keep going, because it is hard in these streets right now, but at the same time, whatever I do, I want to empower you in the best way possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Would you say your book, specifically the one we're speaking about, is more for the adult audience or more for that middle?
Well, the reverse is definitely middle grade. The 3 poetry anthologies, I believe some of the kids can pull some of the works from it, but it's mostly, I would say, high school and up. The second poetry anthology, A Queen's Anthem, is affirmations for women through poetry. So I believe girls can pull from that too, just reminding them of their power and what they possess, what they can accomplish.
Okay. So what's next for you? Are you amplifying the work that you're currently doing and just going with that right now, or you got some books in the canon that you?
Oh, I definitely have some books in the canon. So I actually supposed to release another poetry anthology, my 4th one this year, but we're just working on something that's called Eminence, and it's just reminding us of our power. And then what I hope to release by the end of this year is my first adult novel called Luke Brown. And I'll admit it's loosely based on my college experience in '98. So you have Ava, who thinks she's in love with someone, but then this guy, Luke Brown, keeps re-emerging up on the scene. So it's, well, how is she going to navigate that while trying to get it? Matter of fact, she's not even focused at all in college. She parties a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
I'll also, 2026, I'm looking to launch my education memoir. So, because there are a lot of things that I dealt with as an educator that I really want people to overcome and learn that you can advocate for yourself, and also like a professional development manual, while also launching a book called Avoiding the Label, which really speaks to us women who are still single. Like, I'll be 45 in September, but you're constantly bombarded with, why are you still single, and why have you met someone, and what's wrong with you, and just exploring that theme deeper in that book. So.
All right. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So tell folks where they can get the books and how they can find you.
Well, they can definitely go to my website, which is my name, Rian, another N, Jenkins.com, and there you'll see my social media. It'll take you to my YouTube page, but all my books are listed there, along with the services that I offer too.
Okay. If there were any words of wisdom, anything you want to impart on folks who are watching and listening who are like, I want that.
Then go for it. Yes. Like, just go for it. Like, I'll admit my only mistake when I was an educator is I really did not prioritize the time to write, and I could have done both if I wanted to. So whether it's you waking up an extra hour a day or taking the time 3 times a week to write, just write. And once you get it out there, do your research, find out the best avenues to get your work out there, because you can traditionally publish or you can self-publish. It's just a matter of you doing your research. There's a village out there who's willing to help you, whether it's a book community, whether it's an arts community. There are tools out there to help you navigate that space. And I'm definitely one of those people that can help you if you need it.
Absolutely. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Down in Atlanta where rhythm drums strong, riders unite after a whole year gone. Heritage and history blended so sweet, a family reunion beat by beat. Ink on the page, hearts in a dance, past meets the future at every chance. Creativity flows like a beat so true, a family reunion, this joy is for you. Good vibes all rise and change on the way. We celebrate each other, our spirits play. Black riders speaking minds and flow. Together